She Got Away. From the Chronicles of Darkness 2nd edition core rulebook. Read by Professor Jimbles. It's okay. It's not like I'm alone. Now, good night. Cyranish closed the door gently, so as to not wake Alan. Maina was sweet, but, well, a lot pushier these last few years. She crept over to the couch, tucked a blanket around Alan, and then padded down the hall of her grandmother's apartment. It had been sweet of him to come help her pack after Nana passed away, and she had felt more at ease once he had arrived. There was something so cold and hostile about the apartment without Nana living there. Cleaning alone after the wake had left her sleepless and shaking with an angry-looking reflection. She told herself it was because Nana's death was so sudden. She had looked frail in her casket, all the muscle of her vigorous age melted away. It felt like a stranger's funeral, but when Sierra called Alan, he ran over to keep her company, and was now snoring faintly along with the horror movie that was supposed to help her relax. She heard a tinny scream and a loud snuffle in the living room, and smiled. She'd taken inventory of this hallway 6 times already, and there wasn't much to do until the appraisers came tomorrow anyway, but she was too restless to sleep. She traced the spiderweb pattern of broken glass in Nana's favorite mirror and watched her reflected hand ripple along the edges. The faster she moved, the further out of sync her reflection became. And suddenly it stopped. Her reflected hand pressed against the glass, far from where her fingers lingered. Her face looked canny and hungry and too sharp in the low light, and Sierra jumped back. She waited for her reflection to jump away too, for the too slow distortion to resolve back into her own image. It didn't. A hand on the other side of the mirror began pounding, silently at first, then distant and building until she saw the glass shake and crack. Cyranish staggered away from the mirror and started running down the hall.